Football in Brazil is more than a game.
Ronaldo Nazário!
It's an expression of passion, unity and culture. It's where legends are made, like Pelé, who played right here in Santos, a city that breathes football. But while the beautiful game unites a nation, there's another story unfolding, one that lurks far deeper than the bright stadium lights. A crisis that affects millions: maternal health. For too many women, pregnancy is not a moment of celebration, but a dangerous, isolating experience. In Brazil, over 1,800 women die annually from pregnancy-related complications, yet the crisis extends well beyond these statistics. Carolina's story is a powerful reminder of the issues that countless women endure without the support they so desperately need.
Estava preparada pelo quarto filho. Pensei até em doar a criança depois que nascesse, mas depois eu coloquei minha cabeça no lugar. Não tenho coragem, porque eu acho que foi na hora do nervoso, porque meus filhos são tudo que eu tenho para mim, a minha força, a minha vida, e eu nunca teria coragem de ter feito. Até de falar, eu peço perdão por ter falado isso, e eu nunca na minha vida
Mothers like Carolina face difficult decisions all alone, grappling with the overwhelming weight of pregnancy and motherhood without a network to lean on.
Eu não tenho rede de apoio. Quem me ajuda, assim, quem está do meu lado todos os dias é o pai das crianças, meu marido. É eu, as crianças e meu marido. Não tenho rede de apoio. Para falar uma pessoa que me ajuda todos os dias, não tenho rede de apoio. Rede de apoio é eu mesma.
Brazil's maternal mortality rate is 3 times higher than the global average for countries with similar economic standing. The problem is not just one of statistics, it's the emotional toll of pregnancy, which often leaves women grappling with depression, anxiety and a deep sense of isolation, with little support to turn to.
But now, mothers like Carolina are no longer alone. Thanks to a pioneering initiative, there's a new support system in place, and it's down to this man. Morad Fareed isn't your typical footballer turned entrepreneur. A former international for Palestine, he spent the last 2 decades channeling his entrepreneurial spirit to address some of the world's most pressing health challenges. Morad is the founder of FC Mother, a groundbreaking global initiative that blends scientific innovation, public health, and the unifying power of football to tackle maternal health head-on.
The social environment during pregnancy is the golden window to optimize human longevity. And football is the messenger to share this with the world.
Morad's path to this mission was not a conventional one. Before dedicating himself to FC Mother, Fareed earned the Edison Award for Innovation and became internationally recognized for his work in health technology. His passion for solving complex health problems led him to collaborate with experts at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, where he began exploring ways to address maternal health through a scientifically validated approach.
So FC Mother's really this journey I've been on for 10 years that started very simply to try to address a problem of, mothers struggling, mothers being unhealthy during pregnancy, and then mothers not having social support. And what started as a very simple, observation 10 years ago in the US really has taken so many chapters over the last decade, from starting with a very simple problem to trying to find a solution that could actually generate the type of support, the type of distribution, the type of impact that we were looking for. And when we were saying that 10 years ago, and that was based on experts and scientists, nobody was really believing us. And so we created a lab to measure it and validate that. And we proved that in 2018 that it's actually the largest contributor to disease in all of humanity, is an unhealthy pregnancy.
From this desire to measure the true impact of support came the creation of life years, a metric that goes beyond physical survival to measure the quality of life a mother experiences. It's not just about counting years, but measuring the emotional, social and mental health benefits of having a support network in place.
So when you look at a behavior like pregnancy and you look at a social condition of a mother, you can measure an outcome not just in did mom survive, did baby survive. The current definitions are mortality. But when you look at the complications that occur in pregnancy, there are about 4,000 times more complications than mortalities. So you're not capturing the true magnitude of pregnancy. And so you need a better metric, and that's what a life year does. A life year says, okay, let's say mom has gestational diabetes. How many life years does that equate to for mom's life and baby's life? And our lab that we founded was the first lab to kind of connect the dots. So don't just stop measuring pregnancy at birth, which is the way it is today.
Life years are the key to scaling FC Mother globally, giving us a way to measure the success of a movement that is about community healing as much as it is about medical intervention.
There's no lab for pregnancy. We are the first.
With Life Years, Morad has introduced a groundbreaking way to measure the impact of maternal support.
What's fascinating about it is you have the largest driver of disease in all humanity. Nobody knows about it on this side. You have football as a way to create visibility that we're losing the most important game in all humanity. We're losing, guys. You know, imagine if Real Madrid lost 38 games in a row. What would happen in Madrid? There'd be a mutiny, civil war, right? So when you put it in football terms, it's like if it's unacceptable for Real Madrid, it should be unacceptable for humanity. It should be unacceptable for us to say we're losing on our mother's health and let's do something about it. And that's the unlock that football provides.
FC Mother begins by collecting well-being data from mothers.
The system enables FC Mother to track and validate the real differences it's making in the lives of mothers, offering a scientifically backed approach that is set to revolutionize the field of maternal health. But as FC Mother expands, it's not just about support, it's about healing. In Santos, Dr. Eloisa Lessa brings together a community of women who, despite facing the hardest moments of their lives, find strength in one another.
Eu amei muito conhecer a senhora e eu vou levar a senhora pro resto da minha vida.
These group sessions are a sanctuary where mothers share, comfort and empower each other. But for some, the road to recovery is far from simple. Fabiana's first childbirth experience was far from what she had envisioned. Hoping for a home birth, Fabiana was denied the agency to make her own decisions. Instead, she was thrust into a hospital setting where not only was she without a companion, but she also felt stripped of the control she had desperately sought over the process.
No processo de gestar, eu sempre tive certeza que eu queria um parto mais natural possível. E na cidade onde eu morava, eu não tive muito acesso à informação, mas eu pensei, sendo normal, tá bom. E foi um parto, depois que eu fui descobrir, né, com muita violência obstétrica, episiotomia, força comprida, manobra de...
After the birth, Fabiana learned that her son had a congenital defect that required immediate surgery. The experience that followed was another harrowing chapter.
E fez essa cirurgia com 15 dias e foi um processo muito difícil, porque com 5 dias ele teve que parar de mamar para poder esvaziar o intestino. E 5 dias com aquele bebezinho chorando, querendo mamar, sofrendo, e eu ali, o peito vazando e não podendo amamentar.
But the most crushing moment came after the surgery, where Fabiana's world truly collapsed.
Coloquei no berço, 40 minutos depois a enfermeira veio e falou, mãe, vamos dar o medicamento. Aí quando eu fui pegar ele, Elô, já estava geladinho, com a mãozinha roxinha, boquinha. E o meu mundo parou ali naquela hora. E eu descobri que realmente, né, não tinha mais jeito, eu perdi.
Until now, these mothers have faced their greatest challenges in isolation, facing the fears, the struggles and the pain of pregnancy and motherhood all alone. But in the healing space created by FC Mother, everything changes.
Hoje eu vi que aqui a gente pode conversar com os amigos no grupo, pode pedir ajuda quando a gente precisar, que aqui a gente tem um apoio uma da outra, né? Aqui eu conheci pessoas que eu vou levar pro resto da minha vida. Aqui. Eu sei que quando eu precisar eu vou poder contar.
Dr. Eloisa Lessa is Brazil's leading midwife, renowned for her groundbreaking work in maternal health. Her career has been marked not only by her clinical expertise, but also by her fight to secure the rights of midwives in Brazil. After years of legal battles, Dr. Lessa won a historic victory in the High Court, allowing midwives to conduct births independently of doctors, a milestone for women's healthcare in Brazil. Now, as a core figure in FC Mother, Dr. Eloisa creates a sanctuary for mothers to connect and heal. Through group sessions, she provides not only medical care, but a vital emotional support system, ensuring that no mother has to face the journey of pregnancy and motherhood alone.
In one session, they said something that I think it's really amazing, you know. When dad comes back home from work, it's normal you ask, how was your day? How was your working day? You know, mom, they work the whole night and nobody asks in the morning, how was your work? How was your night? But other moms would ask you, could you sleep a little bit, 30 minutes, 1 hour? What happened, you know? So this kind of connections, this is really powerful. This is really gives support to the woman when she realized that we are facing this, you know. And what we realize that after those sessions, they feel much relieved and they start to become friends.
Football in Brazil is woven into the nation's very soul. From the streets to the beaches, it's a language spoken by millions, a force that connects people and brings them together, irrespective of background. This passion fuels more than just a game. It's a community, a place to dream, and now the future of maternal health. In a city where football reigns supreme, the power of community has always been at its core. But for many, in Rio's poorest neighborhoods, the support systems that others take for granted simply don't exist.
For those who live in the favelas, life can be incredibly difficult. The communities here face daily struggles with violence and poverty. But when you're here in the heart of it all, there's a strong sense of community, of resilience, of just letting the music play on and dealing with what you have. But for the mothers, a favela can be an incredibly lonely place. Mental health issues during pregnancy are rarely spoken of, and it's often the mums who suffer in silence.
In the face of unimaginable hardship, the power of support can be the lifeline that turns survival into something more. This is Vilanji's story, one shaped by addiction and struggle, now redefined by the unwavering community that helped her find hope and healing.
Eu comecei a fumar maconha, aí primeiro veio o álcool, aí vem a maconha, né, que ela experimenta, a gente novo naquela... E ali eu fui, né, entre os amigos, fui usando, até que eu cheguei num momento que eu me viciei. No caso, usei crack e ali naquele momento eu vi que eu não tinha mais saída. Ele me pegou assim e me deixou... foi a droga que me afundou, no caso, né? Naquele momento. E ali eu fiquei presa naquilo, fiquei uns 10 anos.
But even in the depths of despair, Vilanji found the strength to care for her newborn child. When she finally sought help, a rare opportunity came her way, admission to a rehab clinic, funded by those who believed in her.
E assim, foi Deus que me botou perto daquelas pessoas. Eles me internaram e ali eles me ajudaram.
But just as she began to rebuild, Vivi, as she's affectionately known, was faced with another challenge. Pregnant again, and the fear returned. It was through FC Mother and the support of Dr. Eloise Lessa that Vivi found the strength to continue.
Cada dia era dia difícil, né? Tinha dia que eu chegava lá chorando. Elo, não aguento mais, eu preciso de ajuda. E ela estava lá para me apoiar, as mães estavam lá para me ajudar. Superei da droga, finalizando. Hoje eu não fumo, não bebo. Hoje eu sou influência da comunidade.
Vilanji overcame the weight of her past. Now she's a beacon of hope in her community, a mother who found resilience through the support of others.
Imagine a league where instead of competing with a football, we compete on health.
For the first time, the impact of maternal support can be measured. Through the Humanity 2.0 lab, in collaboration with Harvard, FC Mother has proven that the quality of a mother's support network directly impacts her health, a breakthrough that will redefine maternal care worldwide. This new approach is being turbocharged by the World Cup of Healing, a global platform where countries and football clubs track improvements in maternal health using life years as the primary metric.
The life year is the indisputable health outcome, right? It's the gold standard. It's a metric that can be funded. Then it's saying, okay, how does that actually get distributed? It has to be a system. So we're unlocking life year revenue for every program that generates life years. You generate a year of life, you get paid per year of life. And that makes it all very pure and objective and third-party validated.
The World Cup of Healing takes this to the next level, creating a global competition where every country can win. Nations and football clubs are ranked by improvements in maternal health, tracked through life years. The initiatives also lay the foundation for an entire new industry, where every milestone in maternal health is rewarded. From midwives to communities, those on the front lines are now part of a global system that recognizes and funds their vital contributions.
And so the whole point here, again, is distribution and funding, sustainable funding for community health workers, birth workers, midwives who generate life years. So this fund and these funds basically represent unlimited funding as long as you can generate life years. So it's actually a dream come true for a lot of our community health partners who've been generating life years for their entire careers. We're working on the other side of the equation and just saying, you know, this is actually a way to fund your work in perpetuity.
And you talked about the fund that's going to reward the life years being earned.
Right now there's $150 billion in sports sponsorships every year. There's $250 billion in donor advised funds that are searching for impact projects. And so when you combine those, you have $400 billion of untapped capital that we're using, that we're accessing to fund life years, to fund programs like this.
FC Mother is hoping to reshape maternal health through technology. At the core of its effort is their app, designed to bring mothers, families, and healthcare providers together in a few clicks.
Using the language of football, we are able to create this imaginary field, let's say, with 11 players that can play in different positions to assist this mother in scoring her pregnancy goals. So by keeping track of mom's well-being and knowing where she's struggling, what are her pain points, and really knowing the different ways in which we can help, we can design this playbook. Let's say we're the coach. And in this playbook, we have different plays we can organize with the different players to help mom score her different pregnancy goals.
For many women, especially those at the pinnacle of their careers, pregnancy can pose an unexpected and often overwhelming challenge. For professional athletes, the pressures are amplified. Suzanne Perez, a former international footballer, faced the difficult reality of balancing motherhood with her career.
When I first got pregnant, I wasn't planning. I was already married for about a year, but I didn't plan to get pregnant at that certain point. But it was very hard at the beginning because the contract I had with the team from that is in Portugal, in the contract it didn't say anything about getting pregnant or not, and as soon as I got pregnant, the contract just ended. So I stopped training, I stopped doing anything that had to do with football. So that was very hard for me to just stay home without nothing to do.
Suzanne almost gave up on her career after her contract was terminated, but she found a second chance with Santos Football Club in Brazil, where the support she received changed everything. The midfielder believes FC Mother has the potential to offer the same guidance to countless other athletes and mothers, allowing them to balance their dreams and their families.
I think it would help them a lot. It would encourage them to live this dream of being a mother, because I know like many friends of mine that play soccer, they want to be a mother, but they're also very scared of losing their career and not being able to play anymore. So if they have that support, I think that would encourage them. Like me now, every girl that I see that they have this dream, I say, hey, just do it, because you can come back from pregnancy and you can be a pro athlete and a mom. So I think that's very important to have that support.
In Brazil, football is often a catalyst for social change. Tim Vickery, a South American football expert, explains how the game amplifies critical messages like those of FC Mother.
When football talks, the people of Brazil don't just listen, they react. Many times they react booing and jeering their own team, but they react. You get a reaction. So, in terms of mental health, if someone like Richarlison says that he's had problems and that mental health professionals have helped him, that's a fabulous role model for a society.
As the sport's influence continues to shape Brazilian culture, FC Mother is using that same energy to drive change. On the beach, in the communities and across the globe, the initiative is gaining momentum and a new healing sports industry has been born.
FC Mother isn't about changing football. It's about transforming lives, using the world's most powerful sport and turning its reach and its influence into something far greater. A team where no mother is left behind, and a place where no pregnancy is endured in silence. This is not just mums receiving support. These mothers walk away with something far greater. They leave with hope.